wanting a free meal. But he would find a way to it up. There probably was some of them ads that thought he had because he wanted to be the big.
That voice is this man, Mike Atkinson, one of Texas's longest tenured high school football referees, totaling 45 years. Atkinson was secretly recorded. He admitted to using the N-word several times in conversations. You usually know how a racist defense is gonna get, but this is good. I thought these were private conversations between friends. I promise you, with my life, using the N-word by me is true, but I will promise you with my life, my wife's life, my kids' life, and everything I do, the person who taped him also used that word. I was baited into it.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
It doesn't matter if it was someone else. It matters wholeheartedly that you said it. You are the one that is in the headlines. You are the person who right now is in a lawsuit. You are the one who was on this recording saying it. Hey, well, you know, I said it, but who doesn't say it? And then bringing your wife and kids into it. All based on a false premise of, well, he said it, so I'm allowed to say it. I'm a jokester. I like to listen to things. I watch black entertainment television all the time.
Bruh.
Because I think it's hilarious. I may have picked up on something. How do we know that you're not joking right now on a very, very serious offense, Mike Atkinson? He says he's a jokester. He says he BS's all the time. And now he makes a joke about it? Or is he being serious? It was back and forth, and everybody knows that me, I'm comical. I'm full of BS about 90% of the time. What is wrong with this guy?
Bruh.
This is just a way to take the guy on top down. I've been on top for so long, and if they can whack me down, it pushes them up the ladder a little bit. This guy is not credible, is a bigot, a racist, and an idiot. But we continue. Houston, Texas was named the most diverse city in all of the state. So why should a bigot like Mike Atkinson, with evidence of racism, continue on his job in the most diverse city in all of Texas, I ask all of you? One referee, Tommy Moore, said this was wrong for him to say it, but it really doesn't define him as the kind of person that he is. What are these guys talking about? What is going on with all these referees? Why is he saying, well, this doesn't define him? Of course it does. Of course it does. In short, there was a lawsuit filed by Joe Mashal because he thought he had been wrongly removed as the Houston chapter president of TASO, Texas Association of Sports Officials. Here's the thing. With Atkinson, it was initially a 2-week suspension at the start of the 2019 season and a 3-week suspension at the end of the season. And then members and people were like, what's going on here? How could you only suspend this guy for a few weeks? And then they were like, okay, we're going to throw the book at him. We're going to suspend him for the entire year. There's another wrinkle. Director Michael Fitch, named in said lawsuit, allegedly was at a post-election meeting where Atkinson uttered the racial epithets. When asked if he had ever heard Atkinson use the N-word in his presence, Fitch said, I can't remember every conversation that I've ever had with Mike, so I'm not going to say that it was never said, but I don't recall it.
I don't recall it. I still do not recall it. I don't know. I don't recall any such meeting. If I had remembered it, or if it actually occurred, which I don't remember that it did.
Everyone needs to be removed who has been involved. Tommy Moore, gone. Michael Fitch, definitely gone. Atkinson has long had an all-white crew and rarely adds an African-American unless it is a demand or requirement for certain playoff games. Tasso needs to get their shit together. Mike Atkinson needs to be unemployed from refereeing these kids ever again. With this history, his ouster should be imminent.